Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. Happy Tuesday, and I'm coming to you from Hollywood Studios, or as I like to call it, MGM Studios. And I am with another fellow MGM Studios aficionado, if you will, Micah from YouTube's own World of Micah. And even though I am on the East Coast in Florida, I'm getting a little nostalgia for where my current home is in Anaheim, because directly in front of us is an attraction called
One Man's Dream,
which is basically an homage honoring the man, the myth, the ultimate legend in my eyes, and maybe possibly in a few other people's eyes, Walt Disney. And it's right here in front of us. Walt Disney, one man's dream from Mickey Mouse to the Magic Kingdoms. And D23, according to that sign, welcomes us. And I wanted to do a vlog last time I was out here, which was early October, and I neglected because of time constraints to actually be able to actually show up and document this. So today, we are going to rectify that problem and actually go through one man's dream. Look at this.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
That's very true, it was. It's my second channel, Daily Vlog channel. It's
Thedailywoo.
You're correct.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
We heard you the first time. Walt, you realize who you're talking to.
Don't forget it.
We realized that it was all
I
started.
only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Third time is a charm. So basically, there are a lot of Disneyland in the beginning era of Walt. Because Disneyland opened in 1955, Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World did not open until 1971. So there was a 16-year period, am I getting that math correct?
Yes.
Before it opened. Unfortunately, Walt had a lot to do with flying out here to and fro, getting the plans, buying the property, but Walt did not see much of the construction, if any of the construction, or the opening day in 1971. He passed away.
Thankfully, we had his brother Roy.
That's very true.
He
And a
made
lot
it
of people
happen,
consider Disneyland to be Walt's park.
Yeah.
And a lot of people consider Disney World to be Roy's park, which at first when somebody told me that, I go, what are you talking about? The more I think about it, it kind of makes a lot of sense, because Roy had more of a business model type mindset than Walt's dreamer mindset. And Walt Disney, the corporation here in Central Florida, Walt Disney World, is massive in comparison to Disneyland. But these pictures are in Anaheim. This is actually at Disneyland. And look at this.
Mickey's hand.
How many fingers there are on? That's very bizarre.
Yeah.
Very bizarre. Why does Mickey have 5 fingers there? So basically, let's just do a quick little walkthrough here. Of course, this is Nature's Wonderland, which a lot of the remnants of that are going to be removed very, very, very soon in construction for Star Wars Land. But there are some remnants of it on around the rivers of America there at Disneyland. Of course, Walt loved trains. And this is my favorite picture ever of Walt Disney early in the morning, walking through the castle in Anaheim, and the water is on the ground, a little bit of either rain, or maybe they have cleaned the park early and there are no guests in the park. That is one of my favorite all-time pictures. The backside, which a lot of people did not realize, was actually going to be the front of the Sleeping Beauty castle. And they spun it around, so the backside is actually the front, which kind of actually looks kind of cool. So Walt is walking through the back of it, which is technically the front. So kind of crazy that I am here in Florida, but in reality, I'm looking at Disneyland stuff, which is where I moved a year ago to California and Anaheim. And this is Main Street, USA at Disneyland, 1954. So that must have been right before the park opened in 1955. And they have a lot of relics of Walt's history and Walt's past.
Show you something pretty cool here.
Show me something cool over here.
All right, so you guys know about Oswald, the Lucky Rabbit? Well, Walt kind of lost Oswald for a while. Look who presented Oswald.
That's true.
Universal, which here in Florida, Walt Disney World and Universal Studios are still neck and neck all the
They
time.
are competition.
Yep.
And for a little while, Universal owned the rights, but Disney got him back. In fact, when you go to Disney California Adventure,
that was awesome.
which is the secondary park in Anaheim. There are 2 parks there, 4 parks here in Florida. The secondary park next to Disneyland is Disney California Adventure. You can actually meet Oswald in person and get a picture with him, which is actually
That was the first thing I did.
super cool. Look at this. It is a Mickey rocking chair, and of course the multi-plane camera for creation of a lot of the original Disney animated classics. So this is actually a really cool area. And here's something interesting too. When you walk in the front gates at Magic Kingdom, there is that famous sign. That sign that you go into the train station here is a little bit different. Not the wording of it, but basically just the way that the construction of it is. And it kind of throws me off because I'm used to the Disneyland version. But I am breathing a sigh of relief right now because I am looking at the Disneyland threshold as you walk underneath the train station. It is right here in front of me. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. I feel like I'm in Anaheim right now. I was there last week, and I feel like I'm here again, when really I am in Kissimmee/Orlando, Florida. But I am walking under the train station in Anaheim. Very weird how your mind cannot wrap yourself.
Hours here in Walt Disney World is circle.
It's circular. It's very bizarre.
It's very different because when I went to Disneyland for the first time first time in April last year, I noticed that was different. And it's just little things like that you start noticing.
Oh, look at this. We got Dumbo up here. I believe I can fly. I believe Dumbo can touch the sky.
One person could fit in that.
Yeah, that right there is is that an original ride vehicle?
I think it is.
Wow. There, I could fit one leg and maybe a pinky toe in there, total. That is super crazy. Look at this, Adventureland here. No, not in Florida, but at Disneyland, which right now, the Jungle Cruise, which you're seeing right there, is under construction for 4.5 months. But this place is pretty awesome. And they used to have Walt's desk, his office here. And spoiler alert, out in Burbank, in California, they have actually reopened Walt's office. So I am thinking that the desk that used to be right over there has been transported from coast to coast and is now in Burbank, in an exact recreation of Walt's old stuff at Burbank at the Walt Disney Studios. So that is actually very good news. And there's a lot of rumors about when One Man's Dream is going to close, if it will ever close.
Of course, that's where Tinkerbell is now.
This is Pixie Hollow now.
Yeah.
These are all remnants which no longer exist at the old Disneyland. Of course, here is Walt giving his plans for Epcot, which is now Epcot Center. And here is he talking and standing in front of the Florida Project Board. There is I-4, and of course, all the Walt Disney properties, which is actually super, super cool to actually see that. And then over here, they have a bunch of remnants. Like here is a animatronic Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. 407 years ago, our forefathers created audio animatronics. And of course, the opening day speech here of Magic Kingdom. And then also Epcot in 1982, October 1st, 1982. And this is hallowed ground for us old school Walt Disney fans. Here is Figment.
There he is.
Imagination. One little spark. Oh, look at that.
Disney World Epcot Center.
Food Rocks and Kitchen Cabaret. Who remembers Kitchen Cabaret? And of course, this fantastic vehicle, the Dream Finder's piece of flying machinery. Pretty awesome. I'm getting overly excited. I'm getting a little bit loud and excited. And of course, here is a model of Spaceship Earth over here and the castle. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What is this, Micah? What is that?
Rocketeer's jetpack.
Look at that. That is the Rocketeer. It is my toy bunny. Adam's toy bunny from Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. The Rocketeer's jetpack. And is this from Tron?
This is the original Tron helmet.
The Tron helmet from 1982. And this has got to be a Roger Rabbit thing as well. The Dip Mobile miniature. which actually we are working on a video. I'm filming a video here of the history of MGM Studios, and a lot of stuff is going to be gone soon. Check out Micah's channel. He will have a video in a couple of days. I will have a video probably in a week after I get done editing. I want to do a good job on the history of MGM and some of the weird, wacky things that are going to be gone. It's time to go. We are going to go do some other things, but I want to check in. This vlog will not be in HD because I am uploading it from, not from Wi-Fi, but I'm going to upload it from my cell phone signal in the park. A lot of people in the park today, so it's going to be in 360. A lot of people have been asking, how come these vlogs are not in HD this week? It's because I'm out doing stuff. Yep. Normally, I can go back to my home in Anaheim and actually upload on the good Wi-Fi, but it takes so long to upload. So this will be in 360. I apologize, but leave some comments what you think about One Man's Dream. Have you ever seen One Man's Dream? And do you think they're going to get rid of it? Or do you think they're going to... Don't answer. You don't answer.
I'm not going to answer.
I'm asking
We'll let
them. Check out World of Micah, YouTube/World of Micah, and we'll see you guys a little bit later. Goodbye.
I only hope we can don't lose sight of one thing. It was all started by a mouse.
That was good. Who told you that?
I don't know.
Sounds familiar.